Hey guys, I don't exactly have the best weather for this. It's kind of raining and stuff, but I'm gonna talk to you guys about something that happened at my school that made me really emotional. A lot of people were like, oh, you know, I didn't really find it that emotional, but honestly for me it was pretty emotional. It was an emotional experience. Basically we have this thing, it's called Every 15 Minutes, and it's about drunk driving, you know, so you're not supposed to obviously drink and drive, obviously everyone knows that, you know. A lot of people are saying it's outdated, like the kind of way that they say like don't smoke is outdated, like everybody knows that smoking is bad for you. Obviously they're not going to do it. They're saying a bigger problem today is like being on your phone while you're driving, you know, like texting and driving is a much bigger issue, you know, prevalent today for teens, so shouldn't they be teaching that instead of drinking and driving when most people know that it's a stupid idea to drink and drive, and we do have Uber to call. But basically what happens is it's like a 2-day program, and during the first day there's someone who is the Grim Reaper, and they dress up like the Grim Reaper, and they'll come into class, and people who have volunteered will get chosen, but they volunteered like months in advance, but no one else knows these people who have volunteered. Like they don't know who they are, so when they come in it's kind of like a shock, because the Grim Reaper will come in and then kill like your classmates, your fellow classmates, and then the principal and our like school police officer will come in and like read like obituaries, you know, like of them. So basically what happened is I came into school on Thursday, first period English, and my best friend's best friend got chosen. And she was like, well, she died, you know? And so my friend was sitting there like crying, like in the middle of class, like, and after like the person like dies and leaves, they get like their face painted like a skull, and then they can return to class. But for the rest of the period, like you have to just continue class as normal, you know, after like the obituary of like the person was read. Like it's fake, but like it feels like it has that real element. So my friend was like crying, and I was like, are you okay? Like please text me later. She never texted me, and I was panicked the whole day. And I found out later in the day, because and during like the last periods of the day we watch a car crash simulation, and like people like die because one person was drinking and driving, and then they cause a car accident that kills people, and that's like the point of the simulation is to shut up. That's why I don't like filming in the morning, because there's loud geese. Anyway, so she never texted me back, and I found out that she had died too, which really messed me up, honestly. If I have to say, like, anybody felt messed up, like, I felt the most messed up after that, because I saw her crying her eyes out, but she knew the whole time that her best friend was going to die, because the people who volunteered know who else volunteered. Like, they both knew, they were best friends. So it really got me, like,
Interesting. I don't think like it affected me as much as it did other people. Like I had friends that were kind of selected to be dead, but like no one very close to me that like if I like that I depend on a lot or like I'm really close to. I think it hit more the people that had very close friends involved with it. They picked like a lot of girls this year for some reason, and like especially like a lot of people from like music or choir, which is kind of very interesting with how they picked it. I think the thing that like made the most impact with people was when the woman like who actually had a son that got killed in the accident, it worked more because she actually went through and it was real for her instead of like the other people who were kind of pretending. I think when there was one speech that I think when the girl was like reading out the letter, I think that one was more impactful because like I knew her more. So I think it's just the fact that if you know the people, it's more impactful. And then like also I was thinking like it wasn't as emotional for me because I knew it was like not real. So if like a friend was going to be picked, or if like someone I knew was picked, I'd be like, oh, like that's so cool that they get to be involved with the program, versus like, oh, I'm sad because they're dying. Like I didn't think they were dying. I was thinking like, oh, they're like a part of it now. So I didn't think it made as much of an impact on me as others. It was a very interesting thing to go through with. I think the people that got the most out of it were the ones that actually were more involved in the program, and like the people that died and got to like go after and actually listen to people and like try out, like they did different activities and actually talk to more people. I think that was more impactful to them, at least. It wasn't as big for like the spectators as much, but it was interesting, and I'm glad the school did it. I think the helicopter was really cool, and yeah, overall it's a good program.
I hope that was a little insightful, just have another perspective on it, because, obviously my thoughts are my thoughts, and Katie was also is one of Maddie's friends, they're in the same French class, and I definitely understand, like, the feelings, on that. There's different perspectives and things, but it made me emotional. I think it's impactful for some people, and I think that the fact that it's only really impactful for some is something that they should try to fix, especially by, like, not hand-picking people, because it seemed like they picked a lot from, like, the music department for some reason. I'm not really sure why, so maybe if they didn't do that so much, that would help. I feel like it wouldn't have been impactful for me if it wasn't the people that were chosen. Let me know in the comments if your high school does anything like this, or if you're from my high school, let me know your thoughts on every 15 minutes, the program and things. I know that they have this program at other high schools too, so if your high school does it a little bit different than mine does it, or if you have any other suggestions on like what you think you would do, or if you don't have it at your high school, like would you want it at your high school? Bearing in mind like what I said and what Maddie said, like what do you think? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully a Sid and Marty Craft one. So, bye!